I don't know if James has the ability to surpass Jordan or not. That's yet to be seen. I think everyone knows that James is a phenomenal player. But Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. That's who everyone shoots for. So it's going to be hard to surpass that. Stephen A., what do you make of Dwyane Wade's comments about LeBron James and Michael Jordan?
Well, first of all, I thought it was incredibly respectful and appreciative and accurate on both parts. Michael Jordan is the standard bearer. Michael Jordan, in most of our eyes, is the greatest player to have ever played the game, the greatest warrior to have ever played the game as far as I'm concerned. I know of no one that was more of a fierce competitor than he was. And by that virtue alone, LeBron James does not compare. But if you are Dwyane Wade and you play with this dude all the time and you see the freak of nature that LeBron James is, 6'8", 260, muscles everywhere, locomotive, speed, agility, athleticism, the whole package, and you just won your first world championship, and you conceivably have about 8 to 10 more years to go, then I can understand why Dwyane Wade is saying what he's saying, because he's saying from a physical standpoint, we're already seeing something that we've never seen before in the game of basketball. Is it possible that over the course of the next decade, because we're looking at an individual we've never seen before, we may see things take place on the basketball court by this individual that we may never see, we may have never seen before, or may never see in our lifetime. So the jury's still out in that regard. The only thing that I will say is this, though. Whether it's Kobe, it's LeBron, where Michael Jordan has them all beat is that all of them lost in an NBA Finals. In NBA Finals, Michael Jordan is 6-0 and 6 NBA Finals MVP. He never even let a Game 7 take place on his watch in an NBA Finals. Nobody can match that.
And yet you, my friend, have continued over the last month to suggest that LeBron belongs in the same sentence with Michael Jordan and that he ultimately will have a chance to pass Michael Jordan. You even made the case that last year, LeBron's total year, including the Olympics, was, I can't remember if you went to surpass Michael Jordan or was on par with Michael Jordan's greatest year. And to me, I've always given Dwyane Wade credit for being LeBron's not only his big brother, but his psychologist. I think Dwyane taught him a lot about how to break through and finally win an NBA championship. And now with these quotes, which I love to the point of cherishing these quotes, I think that Dwyane Wade is trying to protect LeBron James from people like you who go completely overboard once he breaks through and wins his first ring. And you start to wonder, well, does he belong in the same? No, he doesn't belong in the same sentence with Michael Jordan. I don't think he ever will. I'm not going to say never because I'm never going to say never. But Stephen A., just on clutch shooting alone, just on what I call clutch gene, how can you even put LeBron James, who still struggled with clutch shooting? All the way through the playoffs, he struggled with clutch. I'm talking about late game, last second, last minute situations. You can't put him in the same breath with a guy who was the ultimate, to me, clutch shooter. So Dwyane is saying, and again, he did grow up in Chicago as a big Michael Jordan fan, I think he's saying LeBron is a freak of nature. He's finally entered his prime. It took 9 years to enter it. And he's talking about he's got the swagger now. He's got the confidence. It took 9 years to get that swagger and confidence. It didn't take Michael Jordan 9 years. He had it right from the start. He just had to get through Birds, Celtics, and Magic's Lakers, and the bad boy Pistons. So Dwyane's saying, let's just calm down. Michael Jordan's up here, but right now, LeBron's entering into his greatness. That's all he's saying. He did the golf analogy.
But what I would appreciate is if you stop lying to the American people and misrepresenting my position. I mean, if you're going to quote me accurately. The fact of the matter is that I have consistently said that Michael Jordan is the greatest player that I've ever seen in my lifetime, and nobody measures up. But the question was asked, when you talk about people being in the same sentence, not being better than Michael Jordan, not eclipsing Michael Jordan, not even being on his level. But if you're going to mention Michael Jordan, now that he's gone, erased from the picture, as you look for the successors to have followed him, who belongs in that same sentence? Who could belong there? We know Kobe Bryant is already there. The question is, could LeBron one day? What did I do? I followed up by simply explaining to you. 27, 7, and 7 career averages, regular season, the same practically in the postseason, and he's just getting started.